Welcome back to the show. Our news department here at WHBF and KLJB is growing. Over the next few weeks, we will introduce you to the newest faces on our newscast. And one new face you probably spotted is Local 4 News and Fox 18 reporter Jackson Rozinsky. He is the newest member of our reporting team, and today we're getting to know him a little bit better. All right, Jackson, thank you so much for being here and taking the time to come in and talk to us.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
All right, so first of all, tell us a little bit about where you're from and where you went to school.
Yeah, so I'm from the Chicagoland area. I tell a lot of people I'm just from the city if they're not from there, but I'm actually from Westchester and Lombard, Illinois. It's about 20 minutes outside of the city. School-wise, I went to Western Illinois University. I graduated literally just in May with a major in broadcasting and journalism with a minor in advertising and public relations.
Jumped right in. That's great, right?
Yep.
You got to jump right away. So what got you into news?
You know, growing up, actually, I watched WGN9 every single morning as a kid, from elementary school all the way through high school. So that was a big inspiration. I mean, just watching people like Larry Potash and Robin Baumgarten and all of those people, it kind of inspired me to kind of take over their job one day, hopefully. So that's the goal, to get to WGN one day, but that's one of the biggest reasons why. For sure,
and I don't think you're going to have a problem, but we're going to keep you around a little bit longer. So what have been some of the highlights so far of your career?
Yeah, I mean, in college, so it wasn't a highlight situation, but I got to cover a shooting off campus last year. So that was something that gave me a lot of experience, especially with breaking news. It was a touchy topic at the time, but I was in a room full of all the regional media there, so I got to, you know, connect with people, meet with people. So it was definitely something that kind of got me in and really got me ready for my professional career.
Yeah. So what are some of your favorite stories to report on? Do you like the breaking news?
I do like breaking news. However, I also like local news, obviously.
Yeah.
But I love telling stories for people that may not have a voice.
Yeah.
For example, maybe a small business just gets started going and they need help to get their foot in the door and get out there. Those are the kind of stories I like. I like the little guy winning. I like to just help anybody out with a news story however I can.
So what brought you to the Quad Cities over, say, some of the other cities?
Well, the Quad Cities, I actually have never visited here, so I had no idea what I was in store for.
Had you heard about the Quad Cities?
I have a little bit, because I'm a huge baseball fan, and so I know the Kansas City Royals minor league team is here, the Quad City River Bandits, but I had never visited, so it was kind of just a shot in the dark, but I have ended up really enjoying it. I kind of describe it to people back home, it's like a little mini Chicago sometimes. So.
Yeah, I mean, and there's still a lot to do here. You know, so why did you choose maybe Channel 4 over some of the other stations you applied to?
I mean, the biggest reason was just local news. You know, a lot of people, you know, you can get national news from any news source that you can, but if you want to know about Quad Cities local news, this is the channel you go to. So that was one of the biggest reasons why I chose this station.
Yes, we're really big on local news here, and there's a lot to cover because you have two different states too. So that's unique as well, I think. Let's talk about some of your hobbies outside of news. So when you're not on camera, what do you like to do?
Well, being a 22-year-old guy, I'm obviously into video games and hanging out with friends, but I think more recently I've started to grow an interest in traveling. A couple years ago I went to Idaho. There was a picture previous. That I was in San Diego, California last summer. I was out on the water in the bay, which was really fun.
Oh, so fun.
But I think I've just kind of gained an interest in traveling. I love going to new places that I've just never been before, and that was Petco Park as well. But it all relates to, you know, going to the Quad Cities too. I've never been here. I like meeting new people, gaining new experiences. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun summer before I started working, but I think traveling has been a big interest of mine. So
yeah, Idaho is beautiful. It is beautiful. Well, certain parts, I should say. I lived out there as well, and yeah, there's just so much to see and so much to do. Definitely. What are you looking forward to the most, being part of this news team and the Quad City community?
I'm just looking forward to growing as a news reporter. I'm looking forward to meeting tons of new people and gaining experience just being here. I mean, I've only been here for a month and a half, and I've already done so many things already, and I'm just excited for the future, really.
Now, have you tried any new restaurants around here? Some of the well-known restaurants or anything like that?
Yeah, you know, I've actually been to I think it's Flip's Pancake House. I've been there like 3 times already. I love that place. But I know I have to try out the Bayside Bistro in Rock Island. I did a story on them a couple weeks ago. But yeah.
Whitey's? Have you been to Whitey's?
Yes.
That's very well known around here.
Yeah, it is for some reason. Yeah, I have never heard of it. But yeah, I've got to still try a lot more places.
Yeah, there's so many, you know, great food places, definitely, and restaurants. Have you had any struggles since moving here?
I wouldn't really say struggles. I mean, everybody I've met here locally has been so nice. When I tell them I'm from Chicago, they're like, "Oh wow, yeah, we get a lot of Chicago people."
Yeah.
And so I mean, no, it's been a good time so far, and I think I've definitely gotten used to the Quad Cities.
Yeah,
so.
and maybe learning some of the names too, like the city names.
Yeah, well, Milan, right? Is it Milan or?
Yeah.
I used to say Milan. So
right, and everyone does when
people
they
would make fun of me for that. So
yeah, there are some tricky ones for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a little bit of a struggle, but you'll get it, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, Jackson, thank you for coming on, taking the time to talk to us today, and welcome. Welcome to the Quad Cities.
Thank you.
We're so lucky to have you.
It's great to be here.
All right, if you have a story idea or questions for Jackson, you can email him at jrozinsky@whbf.com, and you can watch Jackson weekdays on Local 4 News and Fox 18. We'll also have all these details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local continues after the break. Stay with us.